This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
YouTube, what is up? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you, and today we're taking a look at the Karma Kit from GeekVape. The Karma Kit from GeekVape was sent on over free for the purpose of this review by HeavenGifts.com, and for a limited time only, if you use code ANOMKARMA at HeavenGifts.com, they'll knock the price down to about $39 and change. When you use that code, I also get a small commission on your order, and I appreciate you if you decide to support the channel that way. Before we get into this review, I do want to take the time to remind you, we all have a part to play in the fight against Big Pharma, Big Tobacco, the FDA, and the deeming regulations that are looming over our heads. That means that if you're on social media, paint the best possible image in the vape community that you can. If you're a shop or a shop owner, remind your customers they need to get in this fight if they want to keep vaping. And follow all your calls to action, including those to support HR 2058 and the Cole Bishop Amendment, or whatever those bills become in 2017. We have a part to play. The Karma Kit comes in this black and orange sort of burnt sienna sort of looking box here. It says GeekVape along the side, Karma Kit along the bottom. The back, you've got some specs. The Karma Kit is a single 18650 hybrid Mech Mod. Comes with a topper as well. The topper is both an RDA, which is what I have in here right now, and also has the option of becoming an RTA with an attachable tank. Tube mod, RDA, RDTA, extra tank. It also came with some coils. All you have to do to break it down from an RTA down to an RDA is take off the top cap, unscrew the deck, unscrew the connector, screw the deck back into place on the base, and then you're all set. You've got yourself an RDA as opposed to an RTA. I like it in both configurations. You know, I really thought that I'd see some voltage drop or something if I had it in the RTA form, but I'm not getting that at all. It seems to be performing just as well as an RTA as it does as an RDA. You also get a nice little baggie of extras, including extra O-rings so you can completely change the color of your RDTA, and you get the classic GeekVape tool. Love the tri-tool, man. Always have. Drip tip adapter. So I guess this has a removable drip tip. Could have fooled me. Doesn't look like it. Does it? Is it like one of those things where you just pop this into here? Yeah. If you want to use your own drip tip, you just pop it into this thing. I would never, personally. One thing I did notice though is that the coils it comes with makes perfect sense. They come with 6 wraps or 7 wraps each. too much of a ramp up for me. I really prefer it just with 4 wraps. Much more satisfying vape for me. Ohms out at about 0.29 ohms, so I still feel like I'm in that safe amperage range for an MXJO battery. The switch is pretty cool, has the GeekVape logo on the bottom there, and it consists of 2 magnets in reverse polarity that create the resistance on the switch there. And here's the reverse polarity in action. Like magic. It's enough resistance that pressing down with my pinky isn't really an option. I can't really fire this thing with my pinky, but firing it with my middle finger, firing it with my index finger works just fine. It's nice and cloudy, plenty of flavor, and that's just with one airflow hole open. I noticed that the top cap is very tight, and it's only a single O-ring, but it's still really tough to open and close. It's very tight. Now I've just managed to get a second airflow hole open, and now we're going for the third. Here we go. It's tough, man. Not easy to open and close this thing at all. Sometimes it's like I just gotta take the top cap off, I feel like. It seems to turn better this way than this way, you know. Just works better this way. And we're all the way open. Nope. It's got a single airflow option, so if you turn too much, you just open up the single airflow side. So I like that it has a single airflow though. That's cool. Just a little bit more. All right, we're all the way open. Woo! That was an event. All right, let's give it a little more juice. Open it on back up. Plenty cloudy with the airflow opened all the way on up. It's a good vape. It also has an interesting aesthetic. I don't know how much I like the black on orange. I get it. It harkens back to the GeekVape kind of logo. All their boxing, all their designs are based on black and orange. Cool, I get it. I don't know if I like it on a mod. You know, it's just a little bit loud for me. I prefer like a classic stainless, a copper looks really cool. But overall, even with the color, I still like the aesthetic. The sort of design that goes from the device, this sort of spiral that goes up the device and into the topper. I like that. It sort of continues that spiral on into the topper, and it just looks really cool. It's so cool, in fact, that I found myself sitting on the couch with it. I put it down on the couch, I went over to pick it up, and I see that it's sitting on this pillow. And something about the way that the pillow looked and the light with the device and the way it all just kind of went together, I picked up my new SLR. I got this over Black Friday. I thought I could add some new definition to the videos. It will record video for like 20 minutes, but I wanted it more for stills. I thought it would work really well capturing stills as opposed to video for some of the up-close segments, and also making just some artwork to go along with the reviews. I just feel like it can add some more definition to what I'm doing here. I think it'd be fun. So I gripped this and I just started snapping photos of it. Just snapping photos of it on this pillow. And it was like me and this device with this topper on this pillow, and we were taking boudoir shots or something. It was very dirty, it was very sensual, and afterwards I needed a shower, and I think Waffles was very jealous. This might be why she doesn't want me to have single battery mech mods. She might be just a little bit jealous of what I do with these devices. But we had a lot of fun photographing. I had a lot of fun photographing this device, and I think I'm definitely going to do that going forward. I think it's going to be a lot of fun photographing different devices in different places and it's going to help with the green screen reviews a lot too with the camera. Because as opposed to having camera and video that I'm slowing down and speeding up to accommodate, you know, what I've collected in terms of video, I think it's gonna work well. I've always liked the look of single 18650 Mech Mods. I always kind of wanted one. Waffles doesn't like me using this kind of thing. She likes to keep me safe. I mean, this is a hybrid Mech Mod. It's definitely a device that you need to know a thing or two about battery safety. You need to know a thing or two about the kinds of devices that you can use on this. One thing that I don't like so much about this device, it's fine on the RDA. The RDA is fine because it has a 510 that you can unscrew the connection a bit. You can ensure that it's connecting to the battery. The tank, when you're using the tank, it has a connection that protrudes just fine, but it's not adjustable. It's not so much the safety issue, it works fine. The thing I don't like about it is that when it's in the tank configuration, there's battery rattle, and I can't fix that. It's always going to be battery rattle because it doesn't have an adjustable 510. But the pin does not move. The pin is static. It protrudes plenty for a hybrid kind of device. I have no problems with it. But I'd prefer if there wasn't any battery rattle. And I can do that with the RDA topper. I can't do that when it's in a tank. It always has a little bit of battery rattle for me. It's definitely a device I would recommend to the more experienced vapor, someone who knows what they're doing with their devices, someone that's comfortable with their battery safety, someone that understands that what this is doing is it's making a direct connection between the battery and the topper. And if the topper does not have a protruding 510 pin, it's really not going to be a safe device to use on this thing at all. So you want to make sure that you're using a device that's meant for a hybrid Mech Mod as a topper. You want to make sure that you're using good batteries with good amp limit, that you're building within that amp limit. Other than that, it's a cool device to have in your arsenal, as long as your own Waffles is okay with that. Anyway guys, till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, Vapers.